guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Chris. Today's video is all about little black dress, fragrances that would go perfectly or that I would think about wearing if I were to wear a little black dress. Now, since I have to go to work in about 40 minutes, I have to wear a work appropriate black dress, and that works in this situation. In other words, fragrances that are a little bit more elevated. They're not everyday fragrances. They're not fragrances you would wear in the middle of the summer with shorts and a t-shirt. These are my elegant, elevated black tie fragrances. And with that, I'm just going to jump right in. The first fragrance I'm going to choose is a fragrance that I have criminally neglected, and I should do a video on fragrances that I have neglected. But the one I've neglected so much, and it's a beautiful fragrance, it's not because I don't like it. It's so elegant, and maybe because it's too elegant for me to wear on a day-to-day basis, is Grand Soir. This is one of the most beautiful amber fragrances in my collection. And when I think about black tie, when I think about getting dressed up, when I think about going anywhere fancy, my default is always an amber-based fragrance. And this is a beautiful amber-based fragrance, definitely unisex, because it's a pristine amber, but it has a little bit of lavender. And that might be a little bit, if you love amber fragrances, but you just couldn't get on with this fragrance, it's probably because of that lavender. I've heard people say it's too masculine. I think it's quite beautiful. And for the lavender note, it's very, very unisex. Most of these fragrances are probably leaning classically feminine. Anybody can wear anything, but there are a few unisex, with the first one falling into that category. Whenever I think of black tie or getting dressed up for a fancy event, of course I think of amber, but I also think of a woody rose, like a sweet, a dark rose. And a beautiful dark rose that I never wear because, again, I work at a hospital. I don't get to get dressed up that often. And when I walk into the door wearing this black dress, people are going to do a double take. They're going to be like, first of all, I have makeup on, and they're going to have a beautiful black dress, and they're going to say, who are you? But a beautiful deep rose fragrance is this one by Teriaq, Lettre de Pushkar. This is a jammy rose, sweet jammy rose, with spices, so saffron and I want to say nutmeg. So it's sweet, and the saffron in here doesn't go too leathery. It oftentimes will veer into the leather department. I don't mind that. Saffron can smell like leather to me. It stays more on the spicy side, non-leathery side. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. Even though it is a dark, spicy rose, it doesn't come out strong. You know, it's something that you could wear in a crowd because it wears lightly, and for that, a lot of people won't like it. On the complete opposite side of the rose spectrum, a rose perfume that will announce itself before you do, that you will smell across the room. A showstopper, a head turner, is this rose right here. And everything about this fragrance I should not love, but I love this fragrance. And again, I think I remember saying in one of my prior videos, if I was ever invited to the Oscars or the Golden Globes, this is the perfume I'm wearing, because it is a showstopper, it's a head turner, it's loud, it's unique, and you're not going to smell like everybody. You're going to smell like a strong woman or a strong person who is stylish, smells good, and has their together. Ysidro Drive, a very strong rose oud. The rose is beautiful. It's a jammy rose, and the oud in here is prominent, but it is strong and dry. It's not skanky. It's not barnyardy. And it has this beautiful, very dense passion fruit on the top. So it's this tangy fruit, jammy rose oud fragrance. It smells very similar to Scherzo. For some reason, that fragrance did not work out for me. There was something in it. It was a little scratchy. And they're both very, very similar, whereas this works for me and that one doesn't. It's the, subtle differences make a big difference. Absolutely love it. This is fancy all the way. In fact, I can't wait to get invited to some big event so I can wear that. It's not really a work-appropriate scent, even though I did wear it to work one time at the end of the day when most people were gone, and literally people were walking by my office and saying, what is that? Where's that beautiful scent coming from? Who's wearing that beautiful perfume? It smells very exotic to me. Let's see. Most of these fragrances, because they are black tie, little black dress, are on the pricey side. I did include one that is more budget friendly But let's see. A fragrance, again, we're going to go with another rose fragrance. You can get this fragrance at Ulta. This is another beautiful jammy rose. This is a jammy rose with patchouli and plum. So a very, very dark rose. It's called Dark Rose by Octavia Morgan. It is a cleanly formulated brand. And again, you can pick this up at Ulta. If you liked Marc Jacobs Decadence, which I wore way back in the day, you will probably love this. This is less synthetic. This is less sweet. I think it's done a little bit better. The rose is more prominent. The plum is more prominent. And the patchouli is a little bit more green as opposed to sweet and designer type patchouli. So this one, let me tell you, this will last more than all day on your clothes. It'll last on your night. It'll last all day on your clothes. It'll last all day on your little black dress. The coat that you wear on top of it for days and days, maybe weeks on end. One of my favorite, I love the brand Day 3 fragrances. I think I have almost everyone in their line. The owners I've never met them personally, but my interactions with them has been, they are just really, really nice people. And one of my favorites in the line is a beautiful, it's one of my favorite vanillas. It's called Aylan. And this is a beautiful leathery vanilla with rose in the background. It is in the ballpark of Baby Cat, but it's not spicy. Baby Cat has a lot of spices. Baby Cat has a lot of incense. This is Baby Cat's cousin, without all the spices, without all the incense, with a beautiful rose running underneath. And it has oud, which kind of scared me. I don't get it. I don't get oud. Or I just get woods. I get a beautiful woods in the background. One I would definitely think highly of. One I would definitely turn to if I was going to, I need a little Fresca. Fresca, by the way, is my favorite drink in the whole wide world. One of the fragrances I've had the longest, and it kind of reminds me of, it's very Parisian, like an elegant Parisian woman, maybe a Parisian woman wearing a little black dress, is Black Jade. I've talked about this forever. I started my channel with this perfume, and it's a spicy ambery floral. And the flower that's most prominent in here is rose, even though this does have jasmine, but it has a big hit of cardamom, a little bit of bergamot at the top. But really at its core, it's a beautiful rose amber, a floral amber with spices. It has a gorgeous amber. It's absolutely beautiful. One of the prettiest ambers. Isn't going to be for everybody, but it really is a beautiful, elegant French perfume that makes me think of an elegant French woman dressed impeccably or wearing a black dress. My favorite fruity oud, and again, ouds, I can't do all ouds, and this is an oudy perfume, is Passion de l'Amour by House of Sillage. I only have this little travel spray, and a little of this goes a long way, but this is, if this isn't my favorite fruity oud, it's definitely at the top. That is recognizable as being oud and almost gets into that animalic zone, but stops a little bit short of that. So if you love oud and you love fruits, this is a great one. It has beautiful fruits. I want to say raspberry, and it has saffron. So it's a very elegant date night fragrance, lovely, and I need to wear it more, but it's so fancy I don't ever feel like pulling for it when I go to work or I'm more casually dressed. Another amber fragrance that is quite beautiful, it's named Musc Des Sables by Les Indemodables. Should have been called Amber Des Sables because to me this is an amber perfume. It has orris or orris butter, and the orris or iris in here is the same type of like a vanillic orris that's in black tie, that same a very elegant category. They're not the same fragrance. That one's way more vanillic. This has a little bit of herbs. It's a little bit of aromatic. This one is equally powdery. It has ambergris in here, so it's like a salty amber and patchouli. It's a very, very beautiful and one that I would wear dressed up, going to a special event, or when I really want to be like dressed to the nines and have my fragrance match it. Speaking of beautiful vanillic, fruity vanillas with a little background of woods is Zenobia by Tomovici. This is a gorgeous fruity vanilla, and the fruit in here is mainly black currant, and black currant can be green and a little bit bitter, but there's so much vanilla in here that they come together so beautifully. This one has a lovely spicy saffron, very unisex. It gives it an exotic quality. And I know there's oud in here, but it's not a skanky or an animalic oud. It's just a beautiful, dark, woody fragrance with beautiful fruits, black currant, and a lot of ambery vanilla. Quite gorgeous. That is like the epitome of a beautiful date night scent. A fragrance that has coconut in it that would go perfectly with a little black dress is by Tamine, and this is called Blue Heart. Another one with saffron. Saffron is in a lot of these fragrances because saffron is spicy and warm and leathery, and it does give fragrances an exotic quality. So this is a saffron floral amber perfume with coconut, and it smells nothing like sunscreen or a sun product, and it's not beachy. Although there's something floral in here. If I were to guess the flowers, I would say white flowers. I mean, I'm getting tuberose, maybe jasmine, I don't know, very dense florals, heady florals, beautiful florals, a little bit of a coconut, like a light coconut background, swimming around in saffron and woods. There is a beautiful woodiness to it. So very elegant, lovely scent. I haven't tried every one in the line, but the ones I've tried, I don't think there's been one that I haven't either liked or loved. I see this perfume as being very elegant, but I don't see it as something that a younger person would be particularly drawn to. And I say that because I have younger friends. I am a middle-aged woman. I'm a middle-aged mom. I have a teenage daughter. And even though they say this smells nice, they do, when people smell me, they say it smells elegant, like an elegant or older woman. And I don't care. I mean, anybody can wear anything, but Cuir Beluga definitely has a sophisticated elegance to it. We'll just put it that way. Probably your average teenager wouldn't be drawn to this. It is a beautiful suede vanilla perfume with other things going on. It's very powdery. It has some very soft aldehydes in the beginning. I mean, just a bit. And I want to say, or maybe it doesn't have aldehydes. I think it's just a teensy bit effervescent when it opens. A little bit of tangerine. The tangerine aldehydes, that bright opening does not last very long because this is a suede leather fragrance. Maybe it might have a little bit of florals in the background. I would say maybe a skosh of iris or orris butter. And it's very powdery. This dries extremely sweet. Well, it dries extremely powdery and sweet. And for that reason, it's not going to be for everybody, but it's just quiet elegance to me. And it's definitely like black velvet at an opera or something. My budget-friendly, this was a hard one for me. My most budget-friendly little black dress fragrance is this one. It is Teriaq Intense. And this is a boozy, vanillic, spicy amber with plum liqueur. So it does smell similar to the Kamakawa, without the overwhelming woods, without the scratchy musk, and it has this beautiful plum liqueur in it. And it's just a little bit smoothed out version of those fragrances. I definitely get cinnamon, whether cinnamon is in here or not, but it's a dark perfume. It's a pretty perfume. It lasts forever. It's got a little bit of lemon or bergamot. So there's a touch of something clean in here. It's like mostly dark with a little bit of cleanliness. And I think I got mine for $45, $50. And it's one of these Arabian perfumes that I don't despise the bottle. I actually kind of like it. Down to the last three. So we have a beautiful patchouli fragrance, a chocolatey patchouli fragrance that's very unisex. Suma Oriental. I don't hear a lot about this fragrance. This is a patchouli-based fragrance, so you really do have to love patchouli. And again, the patchouli in here is chocolatey to me, and it's this chocolatey patchouli with almond paste. I get this slightly sweet marzipan-y almond paste in here. So it's quiet, it's dark, it's lovely. This could be, black pantsuit. Definitely a man can wear it. Does have, it's a little bit powdery. It's got a little bit of tonka, and tonka sometimes smells like almonds to me. So in here, the tonka smells like almonds. That's probably what I'm picking up. A fragrance that smells very elegant, and when I wear it, I'm not a fan of the term, but I've had people tell me you smell expensive or you smell like money. And it's always Hypnotizing Fire by the Harmonist, an absolute unisex fragrance. Anybody could wear this. I wish I would smell this on somebody because it smells delicious. And when I spray this and this next perfume, all I do all day is sit there and smell my arm where I spray it. This is, I've said it a million times, but it really does communicate what this smells like. If you've never smelled it before, it smells like a dark sangria, but replace those dark fruits with rose, pimento, pepper, and patchouli, and you'll come up with this fragrance, and amber. So it has a little bit of sweetness, but it's not a gourmand. It's not overly sweet. I don't wear it that often, but every time I wear it, I get a compliment. I was at Total Wine picking up some wine, and I had a gentleman. You could tell he was very shy. He was afraid to ask me, but asked me, we were in the wine, what I was wearing because he wanted to buy it for his wife, and I helped him type it into his phone. It's a beautiful, universally appealing fragrance. And the last one, this is one of my favorite fragrances. This was an accident. I was sent the Discovery set by Perfume Head last year, and I had never heard of this perfume before. I really had my eye on another fragrance that I had heard or I'd seen on Instagram. I think it was called Cosmic Cowboy. That was the one I was really interested in trying. I tried this one. I was like, oh my gosh, stop. I don't even need to sample anymore. This is my fragrance. This is a vanilla. This is a boozy vanilla for life. This is absolutely beautiful. And I could smell this all day. So this has leather or saffron. If it has saffron, the saffron in here smells like leather. A very soft, brand new leather, very thin leather jacket or suede jacket. It has this beautiful vanilla, as if you had like a grown-up cream puff. I think the first time I talked about it, I said it had rum. I think technically it has cognac. I mean, it's boozy. It's a sweet, dark booze. And you had a cream puff that was, like the filling was a cognac filling. So a cognac-filled cream puff mixed with the most beautiful, soft suede jacket on the planet. It is, I am babying this bottle. It's so gorgeous. And it's an expensive line. They're an elegant fragrance house. And this is an extrait de parfum. It's 2 sprays, last me all day, literally all day long. It's very concentrated and it lasts a long time. So you only need 2 or 3 sprays. And I guarantee you, when I'm done with that bottle, I will upsize to a new bottle. And it is a lifer for me. I will always have La La Love in my collection. And so that was it. My fragrances that remind me of a little black dress. I think that would go perfectly with a black suit. If you're a man, with a black dress or even a black pantsuit or something like I'm wearing today. A little black dress that's work appropriate. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching me. If I didn't mention your favorite fragrance or fragrances that you love to wear when you get dressed up and wear all black, let us all know down below. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.